Hello students. So today's topic is intramolecular oxidative addition. In this topic we will discuss about CH bond activation, orthometallation, cyclometallation and oxidative addition to metal-metal multiple bonds, and even few examples for metal-metal single bond additions. So whatsoever we have studied still regarding oxidative addition, we have added some reagent. We have elaborated oxidative addition mechanism through concerted mechanism, SN2 mechanism and free radical mechanism. In all these mechanisms we already have discussed that we have to add some reagent from outside. So they were considered as intermolecular oxidative addition reaction. There are possibilities and there are some reactions which involve the transfer of hydrogen atom from already coordinated ligand to the metal atom, followed by a change in bonding mode to the ligand from which the hydrogen atom comes. These reactions are referred to as cyclometallation reactions or intramolecular oxidative addition reactions. So what happens that already coordinated ligand can interact with electron deficient metal through its hydrogen atom to undergo intramolecular oxidative addition. So consider the following general example. So if we have a metal which already is coordinated to n number of L ligands and has some alkyl substituent in one of its coordinated ligand, this metal can interact with the hydrogen atom of that alkyl group of the ligand. Such type of interactions are called agostic hydrogen interactions, and this results in the formation of metal hydride complex and a cyclic ring-like structure with the metal. That's why this is called cyclometallation. So overall what happened? The oxidation state of metal is increased by 2 units, as well as coordination number is also increased. One of the major requirement is that this complex should be coordinatively unsaturated. So if it is unsaturated, it will try to interact more ligands. That's why metal is attracting the hydrogen of CH bond of the alkyl group of one of the ligand. Means metal should have less than 18 electron. One thing more, there should be a vacant site at the metal center which can coordinate with CH sigma bond. So these are the basic two requirements to show some intramolecular oxidative reactions, and this will occur if we are adding no reagent from outside. Few examples: metal already coordinated to some trialkyl phosphine ligand may interact with the hydrogen atom of methyl group. These type of interactions, as told you earlier, are called agostic hydrogen interactions. So this results in the formation of a complex in which the oxidation state of metal is now increased by 2 units, and we are getting a tricyclic complex. Another general example can be metal, 2 alkyl groups, and we have, so in this case also metal can interact with this H of the methyl group, to finally give a metal hydride complex. And a 5-membered complex. So in this way, if the oxidation state of metal in the starting complex was plus n, it is now plus n plus 2. So coordination number is increased, as well as the oxidation state of metal is also increased. Now the actual example I am going to show you now, and this is very important, is for Vaska's complex. We know that it is the formula of the Vaska's complex, CuCl, and we have 2 tris triphenyl ligands, triphenyl phosphine ligands. So we have IR, iridium, in the center, Cl, and 2 triphenyl phosphine ligands. So what happens, one of the benzene ring, this phenyl group of one of the triphenyl phosphine group, may interact with iridium the way which I am going to show you now. This is that benzene ring. Here we have already coordinated CO. So the hydrogen atom present at ortho position with respect to that triphenyl phosphine group may interact with iridium. Now iridium, why iridium is interacting with this H? Because it is 16 electron species and is trying to complete its 18 electron count. So in this way it will interact with this H, and finally will result in the formation of an octahedral complex, and iridium is now coordinated with this position. So we are having H and this phenyl ring attached to iridium. So in this complex, oxidation state of iridium is +3. Here still the oxidation state is +1, and here is also the oxidation state is +1 in the starting complex. So these are agostic hydrogen interactions. And we are getting octahedral complex having 18 electron count. Because the iridium is attacking the ortho position, this reaction is also a very well known example of orthometallation, because metal is coordinated to the ortho position with respect to the phosphine group attached to benzene ring. These agostic hydrogen interactions weaken this bond. and as a result this bond is easily cleaved and metal can now easily coordinate with this carbon atom present at ortho position, and hydrogen is attached as hydride ion. Now few examples for oxidative addition to metal-metal bonds. Addition of ligands may occur across the metal-metal multiple bonds or even metal-metal single bond. In this reaction, oxidation state of each metal bonded to each other is increased by 1 unit, but the coordination number of each metal is increased by 2 units. So this is very important. In this type of case, what we are having, the coordination number of each bonded metal is increased by 2 units, but the oxidation state is increased only by 1 unit. So we have few examples. The first one is that of tungsten complex, in which the two tungsten metals are triply bonded. In addition, we have two chloride as ligands and one cyclopentadienyl ring. On the second metal atom, we also have the same type of grouping, means 2Cl and one cyclopentadienyl ring. Then we add HX to this complex, halogen acid, it can be HI, HCl, HBr. We will get a complex in which now metal atoms are doubly bonded. We have the groups intact as to that of the reactants, but now halogen atom and hydrogen atom, they are forming bridge, and we already know that if halogen atom is forming bridge between two metals, it is 3 electron donor, and if hydrogen is bridged between two metals, it is 1 electron donor. So in this way we can calculate the electron count. So we can also observe from this reaction that the bond order between metal atoms was initially 3, now it is reduced to 2. So this is another point. Bond order is also lowered by 1 unit. So if we have only one metal-metal bond, now this is the next example in which the two manganese atoms are coordinated only through one metal-metal bond, and we have 5 carbonyl groups attached to the each manganese, and we add bromine in this molecule. We will have now the cleavage of this single metal-metal bond, and we will get 2 units of Mn Br CO CO CO. There is formation of now 2 such units because no metal-metal bond is now existing between the two metal centers, and hence we are getting 2 such compounds. So if we have M triple bond M, finally we will get M double bond M. If we have M double bond M, on addition of reagents to multiple metal-metal multiple bond, we will have now M single bond M, and if it is already M single bond M, we will get 2 metal complexes as separated species. So this was the discussion about some intramolecular oxidative addition reactions in which we studied about CH bond activation, cyclometallation, orthometallation, and we also elaborated some oxidative addition reactions to metal-metal multiple bonds. Okay, thank you.